What happened to the trilogy? I thought we were waiting on the trilogy. We're just the one. Okay. That's correct. More Metroid Prime rumors, but this time it's not the trilogy. I guess the trilogy rumors are just out the window. We've been talking about that for years and years and years and years. Every industry insider was like, hey, the trilogy is 100% coming, baby. I would bet my reputation on it. And then it never came. Now, obviously, they weren't that confident, but there were quite a few industry insiders that were very confident and like, this is definitely coming. All right, it's 100% coming. And it didn't. And here we are, Emily Rogers, who is a very reputable leaker, which we'll talk about in a minute, says that the Metroid Prime 1 remake, we're getting a remake of Metroid Prime 1 now, not the trilogy, just a remake, okay, wow, wrapped up development over the summer. So they, like I said, they're remaking, according to Emily Rogers, Metroid Prime 1, not the port of the trilogy, which would have been really easy to do and kind of a no-brainer and everything. Maybe Nintendo wants to squeeze a little more money. Maybe they're going to do all three games, do a $60 thing. Let's see what's going on here. By now, you have probably heard about the various Metroid Prime rumors that have been coming from insiders in the past few years. We just talked about that. Rumors of a trilogy of the Metroid Prime games have now become rumors of a remake of the first Metroid Prime game coming out next year. So they evolved into something different, kind of de-evolution, really, because I'd rather have the trilogy than a remake. I don't know. It depends on how much work they put into the remake. I mean, we saw the Grand Theft Auto trilogy remakes, and that's moving on, which is the 20th anniversary of the game's original release. So hey, that makes sense. There you go. It's fun. Next year. Well, the insider that originally revealed the Metroid Prime remake news a couple months ago, Emily Rogers, shared an update about it earlier today. I hadn't even heard about this rumor a couple months ago. I don't know how I missed that. Maybe I did. Maybe I talked about it and I forgot. I don't even know anymore. There's a lot of stuff going on in games all the time. According to Rogers, the remake of Metroid Prime 1 had wrapped up development over the summer. You can see her tweet about the matter down below. Work on Metroid Prime 1 remaster started around 2017, 2018. This is the Metroid Prime Trilogy rumors have been going on that long as well. Original plan was to develop and release Prime 1 first, then use Prime 1's foundation engine tools assets to recreate Prime 2 and 3 later, which makes a ton of sense. You make 1 and then 2 and 3 you just go boom, just crank them out. It's easy peasy. You have all the work is going to be mostly on 1. Once you have the engine and the assets and everything, 2 and 3 are going to be a lot easier to crank out. It's not going to take 4 years for a remake. Nobody knows if plans were changed or /axed after COVID. This is replying to Kevin C, I guess, or something. It kind of soured me that it was reported back in 2018. Who cares what Kevin has to say, right? It would be cool if Nintendo sticks to their original plan and brings all 3 Metroid Primes to Switch. I'm rooting for the best possible scenario here. Only thing I can confirm at the moment is Prime 1 exists, and it just wrapped up development over the summer. Emily Rogers, like I said earlier, is a reputable leaker. She accurately leaked the specs of the Nintendo NX before we knew it was the Switch. She has leaked multiple games like Smash Bros. Ultimate and the Mario 3D All-Stars collection. She's leaked a ton of stuff and has been very accurate, but she's also been inaccurate in the past about a couple other things here and there. But I think her track record is mostly very good, and we could probably rely on what she has to say. I'm not gonna rely on it, obviously, because, like I've said, we've been talking about Metroid Prime rumors the entire lifetime of the Nintendo Switch, so it's kind of old and kind of tiring at this point. But this is something new and fresh. A remake of Metroid Prime 1? How much effort would they put into it? Are they gonna go? I mean, if it's been years, since they've been working on this since 2017, this better be a damn good, solid remake where they've remade everything from the ground up. I don't want to see like an HD up-resed, here you go, look at this. Remember Diamond and Pearl on the DS? Well, here it is on the Switch, but this time it's slightly better graphics. Don't want to see that. Hope that's not the case. Obviously, Game Freak and the Pokemon Company are a bit lazy. I feel like whoever's making the Prime 1 remaster probably has a lot more to prove here. I don't know if it's retro. They're probably very busy with working on Metroid Prime 4, and also they weren't even working on anything before that, so it's some other studio that's working on this, and I'm sure they're like some random studio that Nintendo hired, and they're like, we'll show them what we got, baby. Who knows? I guess time will tell if this is accurate and what the game is like, and it's supposedly supposed to come out next year, which means Metroid Prime 4 is we may not even see it on the Switch, honestly. The Switch, Nintendo swears up and down that like, we're halfway through the life cycle. That's just like, sure, you say that because that's your corporate speak, and you have to say that. Look what they said about the Wii U. Like, we are gonna be supporting this for a while, and the Switch came out and did well, and they're like, haha, just kidding. We are nuts. We're actually gonna pretend this doesn't exist. Same with 3DS. Same with everything. They gotta lie. They can't say like Switch is almost done, and then people are like, why would you want to buy one? You don't want to buy the Switch. If they say they're halfway through the life cycle, then the consumers are like, whoa, we got a lot of time left. Let's go get some Switches and have some fun. They gotta hype it up, okay? But I think that Metroid Prime 4 is if this is coming out next year, that just proves that it's a ways off and possibly not even coming to the Switch. If it does come to the Switch, it'll be like a Breath of the Wild situation where it's like the last game on the Switch and it'll be on the new console as well. That's just my thoughts, all right? And especially if we're getting Metroid Prime 2 and 3 to prime us for pun intended, then I don't know. Again, this is all crazy. This is all wacky and wild. I don't know why they wouldn't just port over to the trilogy. That's good enough. It looks good enough. Minimal effort, $60. We'll all buy it. 20 bucks a game. If they're doing the remaster for all these, they're probably going to charge $60 a piece, which is going to be $180 for the Prime Trilogy. Maybe they'll make a bundle-oo at the end, and we can get that for a cheaper price. Who knows? Only time will tell. I do definitely want to play some, though, so please give me something, Nintendo! Prime related. Shout out to these badasses on screen right now. They support the channel. You can do so as well if you do want to support the channel. Support me, Megan. If you like this content, you feel like it. It's $1 a month, less than $1 a month, 99 cents a month, and it does help out a lot. And you get a cool little badge next year, and the changes along you've been supporting emotes and stuff like that. But I do really appreciate it so much. Thank you guys. I love you, and I'll see you in the next movie.